Hey y'all, this is Rick Allen, and let me tell you about one of my favorite companies, Top Septic. If you need a new drain field, or maybe you're having a problem with your existing drain field, or maybe the septic tank just needs to be pumped, they are the folks that can handle it for you. They know what they're doing. They're American. Hey y'all, this is Rick Allen, and let me tell you about one of my favorite companies, Top Septic. If you need a new drain field, or maybe you're having a problem with your existing drain field, or maybe the septic tank just needs to be pumped, they are the folks that can handle it for you. They know what they're doing. They're an American-owned company run by a veteran who wants to give you the type of service that you're expecting. Top Septic. Call them today, 865-599-1690. 865-599-1690.
Hey y'all, this is Rick Allen, host of Rick's House Home Improvement Radio Show on the road. Let me tell you about my friends at Knoxville Salvage and Old City Kitchens. Joel Bobber and the team there have been friends of this program for a long time, and they want to be your friend. Friends, they have got the best cabinets, the best products. You say, Rick, is it seconds? No, everything's first quality. They do have some seconds if you want to get a deal, but not on kitchens and not on about everything they have in the store. So trust me, they're part of our team. They want to be part of your team. And in this environment where building materials are going through the roof, they're going to have the best prices on the best products in Knoxville or anywhere in the surrounding area. Call them today. See them online. KnoxvilleSalvage.com, OldCityKitchens.com. A Rick's House favorite.
Waking up between you and Mama every Saturday morning. Lord, it must be a big old bed. You're listening to Rick's House.
Permachink Systems, protecting wood for a long, long time. Not only protecting it, but beautifying it, helping it when it's decayed, working with log home people, and also working with homeowners. They have a store on Prosser Road in Knoxville at 1605 Prosser Road. It's 800-548-3554, or a store in Sevierville, 1357 Dolly Parton Parkway, 865-774-3307. 865-774-3307. Let me tell you what you're going to learn when you get there. Things I didn't know about. How about the Woodsman line of smooth log caulk? The other day I was looking for something that matched wood trim. I only had two choices. Not with Permachink. Pine, honey, tan, cedar tone, brown, and gray. E-wood, epoxy wood putty. Putty that really works. Putty that will harden and become just like the wood itself, maybe even better. If you're missing sections of your windowsills or frames or furniture or any wood structure, this is the product for you. But maybe it's something smaller. How about epoxy wood paste? Contact PCS today. Call Permachink Systems today. Toll free 800-548-3554 or the Sevierville store, 865-774-3307, and find out how to make wood better. Hey y'all, this is Rick Allen, host of Rick's House Home Improvement Radio Show. Let me tell you about our newest sponsor, GFL. That's Green for Life. If you're looking for that dumpster or that roll-off, or that piece of equipment that's going to get that debris away from your job site, or just keep things handy around and clean around that big business that you have, GFL wants to be your partner. They want to service you, and they want to take care of you. Locations in Knoxville and Morristown, and you can call them today at 865-475-7777. 865-475-7777. Dean Kings joins me today to tell us about a special offer for Rick's House listeners. Dean.
Yeah, Rick, if they mention that they've heard about us on your show or any kind of thing affiliated with your show, we're going to waive our delivery fee for any roll-off box.
And how much is that?
That's a $75 savings.
$75 savings right off the bat. So if you're looking for that dumpster or that open-top roll-off, GFL is the company that's got them for you. They want to take care of you, they want to service you, and they do a great job for us. GFL, call them today, 865-475-7777, and mention that you heard them on Rick's House.
Don't let do-it-yourself become do-it-to-yourself. This is Rick's House, the home improvement show.
it's Rick's House. If you got a question, he'll help you figure it out. 'Cause it's Rick's House.
Hey y'all, this is Kix Brooks, and you are listening to Rick's House. Everything you need to know about home improvement. Here comes Rick.
Good morning, youngins. How you, Mama and them? Good to see ya. Oh, we got it going this morning. We just took our time. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Got new stuff happening on the program, and so we just decided to take our time this morning. And hope you guys are having a fabulous 4th of July weekend. We're going to have an awesome time. I'm excited about that. We've got to go make the store trip this morning after we get done with the show to pick up some deliciousness. So we got that going on, and because we've kind of been kicking around what we're going to, golly dogs. It's a good thing I didn't say bad words. I thought bad words. I didn't say no bad words. I thought them. But anyway. So if you're watching us live, good morning. If you're going to watch us on the feed, good morning. We appreciate you. But we've been kicking around the idea of what we're going to eat on 4th of July. There's going to be some tater salad. Come on. And some baked beans, I think we're talking about. And then Mama had a good idea. She's like, what do you think about doing those different brats and sausages? And I said, well, I think that's how you live in heaven is what I think about it. Trying out some new logos, too. In the left-hand corner, you'll see one of the Life on the Road with Rick's House Media podcast logos that I like. We've got one that I'm working on that I think is going to be the one. Mom and I are we've kind of looked it over, and it's in the lead right now. But I've got another one. I've got another one that just is, I don't know. I'm a little bit, I guess I'm a little bit, it's just something so off the game from what we're used to, and it's something that I think is really cool. But then there was this other one that came in. And so many of y'all know that I'm a fan of wildlife. I enjoy wildlife. And, of course, my initials are RAM, Ram. And our son, Austin, he was Ram. And that being said, I've got a logo that's got a Ram on it. And that's kind of cool. Not the Dodge truck Ram, because I have a Dodge truck, but that's kind of, I don't know. And then I got one's got a pronghorn on it. We talked about those pronghorn antelope that are the fastest animal in North America. And we saw some of those the other day. Man, they are a beautiful, beautiful creature. So we got that going on. So I don't know. It's yet to be seen. To be determined on the Rick's House radio program, which is now Life on the Road with Rick's House. And travel's coming up soon for Rick's House. We're getting that hankering. And you know what happens when me and Mama gets a hankering? We roll the wheels. We love it where we're at. It's a great town. The folks that run this campground are phenomenal. Miss Stacy is just outstanding, and Kevin. And it's beautiful. We've met some good neighbors next door to us here. They're here for a little bit. Works for Halliburton, and good folks got their kids with them that are older. One's married, got his wife, and the other one's just he reminds me of the group when we were young and in high school. He just looking for the next thing to get into. He went fish. I told him where to go fish the other day, so he's got that going on. So we got that happening. But we got a couple doctors we need to see, and those doctors are up on in a different town.
So we'll be bringing you up on that. We're getting ready to head toward Lubbock, Texas. I couldn't help it. I had to tell it. Well, you look at me funny for it. You got to tell them. I mean, that's where we're heading. In the general area, I should say, of that. So we got that going on, and then we'll see. It is life on the road. We got to go on the road. Y'all see me look over. I'm looking for approval from the chief woman. Been doing that for 40 years. And do you like the split screen? I think I like the split screen. And as guests come in, we've got guests coming in the next few weeks. I told you about the book we're going to be talking about with Brother Dave Crory. He's coming, so I can split it. I can still show where we're at, show my ugly mug, and then whatever guest. I mean, we can put up to like 10 or 12 guests on here. We won't ever do that because we look like a bunch of weebles that wobble. So good morning. I hope you're having a good morning. Won't be a full 2-hour show today. It's a holiday, but we're still going to do our due diligence and making sure that we're telling you about all of our sponsors and the folks that we appreciate. And there may be some new stuff coming too that we can't talk about yet. So we'll see. We'll see if that works out. It's all part of it. We'll see what happens. It's amazing what the good Lord puts in your way. That's what he has to do with me. He can't just say, tap me on the shoulder and go, hey, Rick, I want you to do this. He has to put it in my way so that I run smack dab into it. Not the sharpest tool in this. There goes the neighbor. She has no idea she's on TV. She has no idea she's on video. Look there. Coming out. Got shorts on. Taking Tunya out this morning. Huh? Oh, no. I don't care if she knows or not. It's taking Tunya. There's a little Tunya. Does Tunya not have her toot on?
No, she has her sleeping shirt.
Oh, she's got her sleeping shirt on. Tunya does. That's the little dog that goes out with him. She come all the way up to me yesterday, and then she got right up close to me, and she looked at me, and she went, but she wouldn't get close enough for me to pet her. But she was out there running and playing out there. That's a big dog lot out there where you can cat the yard, and Boho's out there somewhere overseeing the kingdom. Now that Gypsy's on an extended vacation, evidently. She hadn't come back yet, so I don't know. She must have started to travel. Good morning, brother. All right, it's Chad Cunningham in the house. He has joined us. He got up out of bed. He's got sleep in his eyes. We got to wake him up this morning. Hang on.
Oh, well, it's Rick's house. If you got a question, he'll help you figure it out. 'Cause it's Rick's house.
He says, good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Chad.
Had to give him a little Rick's house just to get him started this morning. He's still got, Chad's already been up, I'm going to tell you. Good morning, brother. Happy Independence Day to y'all, too. And hope you guys are going to have a fabulous, and Miss Carolyn, I need to say, Miss Carolyn Cunningham's birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday to one of the best there are. She is the steadiest mama one of the steadiest mamas I know. Is just absolutely fantastic. And so we're glad to have her. And I know it took her a while, but she's about got Jerry Sr. tuned up. I don't know how many years they've been married, Chad. It's been a long, long time. But the whole Cunningham family at Cunningham Windows, a great friend of the program here at Rick's house. If you need windows and you're in that East Tennessee market, give them a call. You can always reach out to us. We can put you in touch with them. They do a great job, and they can deal with the hard stuff or repair or income. Nobody does window repair anymore. Nobody does window repair anymore. Paul McMahon, are you in the house this morning? I will call you. I made that phone call, and what he has, I don't think is something that may or I don't think it'll work, but I did make that phone call. So Paul, we'll chat about that. Happy 4th of July to Independence Day to my good friend and longtime friend of 30 years, it's 35 something, I don't know, 30 years at least. Paul and his lovely bride.
Janet. And if you need tires or any kind of mechanical work done in Knoxville, trust him. You can trust him. He's going to take good care of you. Best One Tire on Middlebrook Pike there on the corner of Middlebrook and Amherst. Go and see Paul and tell him we sent you. And he'll take outstanding care of you. Evan from Permachink went in. He said, man, I'm looking for these tires. I said, speak no more. Go down and see my brother Paul, and he will handle it. And he did, and he is absolutely positively fabulously pleased. If you look at the split screen, you can see we got a little breeze going, and that's the thing about desert. Now, y'all going to be hot in Tennessee. God bless you. We got you in our thoughts and prayers this morning, because when that humidity, as my buddy Skip says, or humidity jumps out there and smacks you in the face, it's going to get right. And I know y'all coming up on 107. It is currently 76 degrees in beautiful West Texas this morning. Mama, what's the humidity? Do you know? And we've got a breeze today. And I want to send a shout out to, for those of y'all watching, 66% humidity today. Oh, it's rough. I don't know if we're going to be able to stand it this morning. 66% humidity, probably. I was going to say 15 mile per hour wind. You can see if you look at it. That's a globe willow. Now, that looks like a weeping willow, y'all, but that's a globe willow. It does grow down like a weeping willow.
That's what Harold told me.
Sorry, Mr. Harold. Jerry married Carolyn McCoy. Jerry Cunningham Sr., she has no idea she's on TV. She's getting tuna. Jerry Cunningham Sr. married Carolyn McCoy. How he talked her into it, I'll never know. Kind of the same way we did, Chad, Paul. In 1967, Amy.
Really?
I wasn't born until 1968. Amy wasn't born in 1969. Congratulations to one of the best couples I know. And Jerry Sr. been a great mentor to me. And I always learn something. I've got my GFL hat on today, Green for Life. Brother Dean Keys and GFL getting it done. If you need a dumpster, if you need trucking, if you need recycling, whatever you need, you got that business, you need to haul something off, reach out to Dean and his team at GFL on Middlebrook. There's also one in Morristown. And reach out to them, tell them that we sent you, and I promise you they will take care of you. He does it right. And so we appreciate that this morning. What y'all eating? Put it in the comments. What y'all eating this morning? What's going on? Chad, you got something on? How'd that brisket turn out too, by the way? I meant to ask you about that, how your brisket turned out on the program that you cooked the other day. Brisket's where it's at down here. Now, out in Washington State with Brother Brian Eckdahl out there and the bunch out there, they're all about the tri-tip. And as far as I know, we don't even do tri-tip in East Tennessee. I mean, I guess you can. I mean, they call it different things, different stuff wherever you're at. But I never even heard of tri-tip until I met Brian out in Lacey, Washington, and he started talking about that. We've got a lot of stuff going on this week. Let me just pull up the notes here so I meant to print them out. Let me get my spectacles on. So I can talk about some of the things that I wanted to chat with you about today on the program. Hope you guys have a fantastic holiday. I really do. Mom and I do both. We are always about that, and we hoping that y'all will have that. All right, let me get to my notes here. Let's see who's sending me a message. Good morning, Mom. Good to see you this morning on the program. All right, let's go back to we gotta go to drafts. I saved my brisket was good, fabulous. Man, it's good. It's good the next day. It's good a week from now. Swaggerty sausage this morning. Come on, preach, brother. Brother Chad's got the Swaggerty sausage going on this morning. Now, Texas knows a little something about sauces. Put you on a tri-tip, put you a tri-tip in the crock pot, add green beans, and then them new white potatoes. Come on.
Do what now?
He said, take that tri-tip and put it in the crock pot, put you some green beans and some of them new white potatoes. You know I like them little white ones.
Tell them to take the leftovers and make tacos with it.
Yeah, and then that's what we do. We take. And Mama said, Chachi said, take the leftovers and make tacos with it. Oh man. Hey, and by the way, let me just say that I saw, and I meant to copy it, and I hope I can find it again. I got screwed up, y'all. This is going to be ugly. It's going to bounce. That my computer's on my belly, so it's bouncing around like jelly. When we first, Amy never had you eaten tacos? Did y'all do tacos? Y'all didn't. Your mama didn't do tacos. Your sister did. Teresa did tacos, but she came to our house to eat tacos. Nana, that's my mom who's passed. Many of y'all know that I'm fortunate that I got two mamas. I got the mom that brought me in this world, and you'll hear me talk about her. That's who we call Grandma. And then you also know that I've got my mama who raised me, Shirley, and we call her Nana. And she's went on to be with Jesus, running the show up there.
You call your mom now. You just did on the air.
Yeah, I call my mom. I got two mamas. Yeah.
I know, but I mean the one you said you call Grandma.
Yeah.
You also call her
Well,
Mom.
kids call her Grandma. The kids call Mama Donna Grandma, and they call Mama Shirley Nana. So anyway, but all that being said, I found a picture, and I meant to save this, of old El Paso corn tortillas, soft ones in a can. Do y'all remember that? Old El Paso corn tortillas in a can. And that's all that all Nana would use.
I've never had those. They're delicious.
Oh, Amy never had them. They were so good. And they quit making them for some reason. You know, old El Paso stuff's out everywhere. I went through the store the other day because I do a lot of the shopping. Amy hates the grocery shop. She hates it. I love it. I got it from her daddy. Big Jim, he was a shopper. He shops like I shop. He goes,
I hate it.
that's why she hates it, because we're going to see it all.
If he made me and Mom go to the store, we were like crying by the end of it.
Yeah. Amy said he'd make her mama Danny and her go to the store with him, and they were like crying by then. Can we leave? Now, and if Big Jim was at House Mountain Market or Midway IGA or Longmire's, and there was a buggy outside the canned food aisle with dents and specials in it, dented cans, he was on it. On it. But anyway, I was going through the store the other day, and they had, Old El Paso had lime, what do they call them? They're hard shells. The Old El Paso stack, hint of lime hard shells. Delicious. Delicious, 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 delicious. And, by the way, while we're talking about food, I'm on a food kick this morning, y'all. They have a place in Texas called Taco Villa. Now, Taco Villa is how Taco Bell, in my opinion, this is my opinion, it's my opinion, don't send me nasty letters. Taco Villa reminds me of Taco Bell during the day, and Taco John. If y'all ate Taco John up in Jeff City, that's kind of a unique experience. I like Taco John. And I like Taco Bell. But Taco Villa is about a step up in terms of menu and those kinds of things. You remember when you used to get that burrito supreme at Taco Bell back in the day? I'm talking about 80s, early 80s, and it was big. It was a big burrito supreme. Well, that's how Taco Villa is, and they've got a taco-rito, which I asked a girl in the drive-thru, what's a taco-rito, and she told me it's like a chalupa. But, you know, hard shell with a soft shell on it, beans around it, and all that kind of stuff. But needless to say, it's good. But they've got, you know, and then you go through there and they're like, you want sauce? Yeah. Inside or outside? Inside. Red or green? Red. So, you know, because down here in New Mexico, anywhere west, you get green sauce or green chili sauce or red chili sauce. Oh, I eat breakfast and lunch there. They got breakfast burritos. Oh, chorizo. There's another place called Yum Burrito. I was trying to find it. Yes, chorizo and egg burrito. Oh. And I ain't talking about that chorizo. It's got all the leftovers from what they sweep up off the floor. I'm talking about good pork or beef chorizo like Arnie Tex does. So, but yeah, we're making improvements. You're going to see improvements on the Rick's House Home Improvement Radio Show over the next, keep sliding off my belly, over the next little bit. I've added the additional camera. I finally figured that out. We're going to try some different logos that you're going to see. Commercials are getting ready to be updated. We got a lot of stuff. I bet they have some good Mexican food down. Oh, dude. Chad said, I bet they have some good Mexican food in Texas. Oh, let me tell you how good the food is here in Texas. Now, I have never been a Tex-Mex kind of guy. I just haven't. I'm not a Tex-Mex kind of guy until I came to Texas. Tex-Mex in Texas is a whole different thing. Tex-Mex in Tennessee, and Tennessee's got its things, biscuits and gravy and red-eye gravy and all the things I love from Tennessee that I'm going to continue to love. But it don't mean you can't branch out a little. When you take a country, see, I'm a plowboy trapped in the land of cowboys. But that's okay because I get along fine with them. They just like us. But I will say this. When I'm going to lose my man, I'm going to lose my plowboy card here. You know I love a good biscuit. You know I do. You know I love a good biscuit. But let me tell you something. There ain't nothing like a homemade buttery tortilla and some fried eggs and chorizo and some skillet potatoes. And you throw some gravy in there. They put some sausage gravy in there with it. I brought the Rick's House theme song back, Chad.
Oh, well, it's Rick's.
That's the beauty of podcasting.
House.
We have brought it back for good to stay.
He'll help you figure it out. Cause it's Rick's House.
That's for you, brother. So yeah. The Tex-Mex here is a whole different level. It's just a whole different. I mean, it's just a whole different thing. And I'm gonna tell you something. I have discovered, and if you haven't discovered this, I have not seen Bojangles here. We have Church's Chicken. We have a place called Canes, Canes Chicken. We have Popeyes. And then we have there's some other specific chicken places that I haven't tried yet. And for breakfast, and I hadn't seen a Waffle House, although I know they're here. But we have some mom and pop Mexican place in Alpine. There's a place called Magoo's. Oh Lord Jesus! If you ain't had a big old homemade cheeseburger with jalapenos on it, oh my Lord, have mercy. But the Tex-Mex is a whole different level here. It really is. You know, sometimes in some places we've been, the Tex-Mex tastes listen to me, tastes like TV dinner. Mexican TV dinner. Not here. It's just I cannot express the combination. It's like they took the best of Southern food and Texas food and mixed it with the best of Mexican food, and it's just delicious. Barbecue is on the money. It's on the money. I mean, it's ridiculous. Now let me tell you something else.
Chad, you'll like this along with the other folks listening to us this morning. I was in HEB yesterday. Now, I say Heb because when East Tennessee was, I'm going to go back to Heb. Well, if you say Heb, they know you ain't from here. So you got to say HEB, okay? I don't care. I'm from where I'm from. They don't care. HEB started about a month ago, and they'll do it as long as they're in season. They have their own fishing fleet in Galveston, Texas, on the Gulf. And just like when we were in Mississippi, the Mississippi beaches are phenomenal. And you just pull right up, and it's the smartest beach I've ever seen. You pull up to the public access, and it's a street with a parking lot that's a mile long. And there's parking places, and there's a sidewalk, and you step on the beach. And it's free parking. And the beach is sandy white and beautiful. But the Gulf of Mexico in Mississippi is where the Mississippi River runs into the Gulf of Mexico, and so the water is not clear. It's not that pretty green, turquoise-looking water like you see in Panama City or Destin or Fort Walton or any of those kinds of places. It's silty because it has the silt from the Mississippi River. So, the water's not pretty. But what that does is that makes for fantastic fishing and crabbing and shrimping and all those kinds of things. And it's kind of similar to that in the Gulf of Mexico and Galveston. So that being said, it's all part of that same deal. So HEB stores, and they're all over Texas and some other places out west. They're local. They're like our version of Food City back home, I would say. But they're family owned, and they got everything. And the thing I like about HEB, and I've said this on the program many times before, the thing I like about them is as their stuff's coming out of date, all that stuff goes to food pantries. So when it's coming up close to being out of date, they send it to the food pantries and it feeds people. Because you and I know, just because a can of peas is going out of date or needs to move on or whatever, it ain't a thing in the world wrong with it for another year or 5 years. So they don't just throw that stuff in the dumpster. It goes. They've got lawyers that'll deal with somebody trying to sue them, but it's donated to the food pantries. And they do a phenomenal job with feeding folks here in the state. And I'll have to say that I think many states could adopt that. But yeah, HEB right now, they have their own fishing fleet in the Gulf of Mexico. And so they're getting their own shrimp, their own crab, their own crawfish, their own every kind of seafood that you want. And they ship it fresh to their HEB stores. And then when I was in HEB yesterday, and you go in and they right outside under the canopy, they got it set up and you just tell them what you want. You want a low country broil with andouille sausage and shrimp and crabs and potatoes and corn and little corn cobs and all, you tell them. You just want shrimp, they got you. You just want mud bugs, they got you. And it's fresh. Straight from the Gulf, straight to the store, straight in the pot. And you tell me how much you want. And, man, it was hopping yesterday. And that reminds me, I've got the whole experience I'm going to tell you about when I come back from the timeout. We're going to go to that first timeout and let you hear from some of the folks that let this be possible each and every Saturday morning here on Rick's House. And when we come back, we will, I'm going to share with you my day in the life of Rick Allen going to do some shopping. I think you'll get a kick of it. Hang on, youngins. We'll be right back.
Hey, y'all, this is Rick Allen, host of Rick's House Home Improvement Radio Show. Let me tell you about our newest sponsor, GFL. That's Green for Life. If you're looking for that dumpster or that roll-off or that piece of equipment that's going to get that debris away from your job site, or just keep things handy around and clean around that big business that you have, GFL wants to be your partner. They want to service you, and they want to take care of you. Locations in Knoxville and Morristown. And you can call them today at 865-475-7777. 865-475-7777. Dean Kings joins me today to tell us about a special offer for Rick's House listeners. Dean.
Yeah, Rick, if they mention that they've heard about us on your show or any kind of thing affiliated with your show, we're going to waive our delivery fee for any roll-off box.
And how much is that,
That's
brother?
a $75 savings.
$75 savings right off the bat. So if you're looking for that dumpster or that open-top roll-off, GFL is the company that's got them for you. They want to take care of you, they want to service you, and they do a great job for us. GFL, call them today, 865-475-7777, and mention that you heard them on Rick's House. Permachink Systems, protecting wood for a long, long time. Not only protecting it, but beautifying it, helping it when it's decayed, working with log home people, and also working with homeowners. They have a store on Prosser Road in Knoxville at 1605 Prosser Road. It's 800-548-3554, or a store in Sevierville, 1357 Dolly Parton Parkway, 865-774-3307. 865-774-3307. Let me tell you what you're going to learn when you get there. Things I didn't know about. How about the Woodsman line of smooth log caulk? The other day I was looking for something that matched wood trim. I only had two choices. Not with Permachink: pine, honey, tan, cedar tone, brown, and gray. E-wood, epoxy wood putty that really works. Putty that will harden and become just like the wood itself, maybe even better. If you're missing sections of your windowsills or frames or furniture or any wood structure, this is the product for you. But maybe it's something smaller. How about epoxy wood paste? Contact PCS today. Call Permachink Systems today. Toll free 800-548-3554, or at the Sevierville store, 865-774-3307, and find out how to make wood better.
Hey y'all, this is Rick Allen, host of Rick's House Home Improvement Radio Show on the road. And let me tell you about my friends at Knoxville Salvage and Old City Kitchens. Joel Piper and the team there have been friends of this program for a long time, and they want to be your friend. Friends, they have got the best cabinets, the best products. You say, Rick, is it seconds? No, everything's first quality. They do have some seconds if you want to get a deal, but not on kitchens and not on about everything they have in the store. So trust me, they're part of our team. They want to be part of your team. And in this environment where building materials are going through the roof, they're going to have the best prices on the best products in Knoxville or anywhere in the surrounding area. Call them today. See them online. KnoxvilleSalvage.com, OldCityKitchens.com. A Rick's House favorite.
Waking up between you and Mama every Saturday morning. Lord, it must be a big old bed. You're listening to Rick's House. Whether you're living in a brand new home or swimming in a money pit, we've got your home improvement answers. It's Rick's House, the home improvement show.
Hey y'all, this is Kix Brooks, and you are listening to Rick's House, everything you need to know about home improvement. Here comes Rick.
Oh, well, it's Rick's House. If you got a question, he'll help you figure it out. 'Cause it's Rick's House.
Whoa, whoa, way down south in the rain and the heat. The show get hot there, you couldn't cook an egg on the concrete. Walking around on the city streets, they go, whoosh, let the big dog eat.
Oh, tell them about it, Rocco Harriman.
Let the big dog eat.
Don't mind the tapping of my foot, shaking the.
Booyah! Call the doctor, call the nurse. I don't know what it is, but I know it's your hurts. Call the ambulance,
sounds a little bit
call the
like,
cop.
Joe
Call
Cocker.
the number of the man of God.
Good morning, good morning, good
Let
morning.
the big dog eat.
Brother Tim Mix and his bride Tammy. Good to see you. Brother Paul Seymour coming live from Luttrell, Tennessee.
Let the big dog eat.
Miss Ruby, good morning, honey. Good to see you this morning. Appreciate each and every one of y'all being part of what we do on the program. Thanks for joining us. You know, it's so funny because I went to, I've talked about this on the program, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it because it's just part of it. Sometimes in the corporate world, I see things that I don't understand. That's why I'm thankful that I don't have to work in the corporate world anymore. I didn't get along good in the corporate world. The corporate world didn't like me, and I didn't like it. Not how I was raised, not how I intended for it to be done. None of that stuff. Let's see my GFL hat. That's a good-looking hat right there, GFL. Green for life. But anyway, all that being said, so now that I'm a man of a certain age with a certain set of issues that affect my mobility, however, I have got some stuff going on that's helping me some. I'm going to have these issues until I die, but it's helping me not get any worse, I believe, and so that's a good thing. But all that being said, now that they've removed all the booths and all the benches is the word I should use, all the benches from your Walmarts and Targets and grocery stores and all that kind of stuff, you know, in order for me, I'm working my way up to where I can shop with just a regular cart, and you know, and if I go in the dollar store, I do that and some things like that because I need to get as much exercise as I can, because if you don't use it, you lose it. But I also can't do a whole Walmart thing. I can't do that. You know, I can't really shop because I guess I'm focused trying to get to the sporting goods aisle so I can set my big tail down on the shelled corn, deer corn. And then I rest a little while, and then you got to make it all the way from there, all the way to dog food, where you can sit back down again and take a rest. And then you got to try to make it all the way to the front. And I can't do that. I can't stand that long. It's the reason I can't do radio like I used to do it, because I can't stand that long. I can't do that. And Amy has her own set of health challenges that she's dealing with. And we're very thankful that we've got some things that cause us to move slower and act, and our check engine light has come on, but thank goodness we don't have anything that's going to kill us. Well, I mean, maybe eventually, I don't know, but oh well. So all that being said, so, you know, we do a lot of curbside pickup, you know, and I think as most people do, when you're busy and you got that kind of stuff going on, curbside pickup's the thing. So, but I've needed for a few weeks to go inside of Walmart because there's some things I need in there. Now, if I go to Lowe's, not a problem. They got carts galore. If you go to H-E-B to do your grocery shopping, not a problem. They got carts galore, except for what happened to me yesterday. Oh, we love you too, brother. And so the last time I went into Walmart, you know, I'm outside and, you know, it's a holiday. Yeah, Rick don't go on a holiday. Well, I didn't have any choice. I got to go when I get paid. Like most people, you know what I'm saying? So when you zoom into one of the local Walmarts, we've got 2 superstores. When you go in there, and every handicapped parking space has got a person in it, a car. And look, just let me go ahead and jump up on my stool right here. It's a Rick's House, Life on the Road with Rick's House rant. Okay. This is how my day went. But it's all good because Jesus was with me. So I'm like, okay, I got to go to Walmart. Let's try our luck. So I go to Walmart. I called them because I need to talk to a manager. Because last time I was at Walmart, in a super Walmart, this is a super Walmart, and we're in a big city. They had 2 There we go. Check. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. There we go. Here we go. Check. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right, I think I'm back. Let's see. Check.
Oh, well, it's Rick's house.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. There we go.
You figure it out, cause it's Rick's house.
All right, I think I'm back. Let's see.
Oh, well, it's Rick's house.
All right. Mayday, Red Rider. Amy, how's it sound on there? Hey, how's it sound, y'all? I'm good. Sorry about that, young'uns. Tony Johnson, welcome in, brother. I believe I am back, as I would say. Thank y'all. That's what happens when you forget to plug the computer in. It sucked all the power out of the battery, and I said, oh, Mayday, Red Rider. So look out now. He's back. Watch out now. He's back. Oh, Tony, good to see you. Brother Tim, thank you. Appreciate everybody this morning. Thanks, Miss Ruby. Good to see you, baby. Paul, Brother Paul, good to see you in there. Brother Chad. All right, I believe we're back in it. So back to the story, y'all. So long and short of it is, I went in, there's 2 Walmart carts, 2 electric carts. And I'm like, okay. So I finally get to the bottom. This has been a month ago. I went to the bottom and said, well, the carts are tore up. We sent them off. We got new ones coming. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if you started getting carts tore up and you were going to buy some, I think I'd have them there. But that's needless to say. So it's been a month. They didn't have any carts. So I stopped, and there was a guy coming out. His name was John. And John was a retired gentleman, older than me. And he came out, and I said, hey, brother, look here. I said, have y'all got any carts, electric carts? He said, yeah, we got a bunch of new ones. He said, but I said, I don't see nothing nowhere, because it was rocking. And so he said, let me go see. So he did. He signed the whole store, parking lot, the whole deal, all that kind of stuff. Come back out, and he said, man, he said, I got one. He said, but it's dead. He said, so nobody's put it on charge. I got to put it on charge. I said, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Of course, I tried to call Walmart to talk to him about it, of course, and tell the manager, hey, can you help a brother here? If you've got, this is just how I think. And I'm not saying I'm right, but this is how I think. All right, if you've got 20 handicap parking spaces, I'm gonna have 35 carts. Not gonna have 20. I'm gonna have 35. I believe they can afford it. Okay, you don't have to put them all out. Leave some in the back. You got somebody that does their job. There's 2 people that Walmart doesn't have, in my opinion, that they need. Okay, they need somebody whose job is mainly to answer the phone, and I ain't talking about between 8 and 5. I'm talking about from the time you open the doors to the time you close the doors. There's someone there that is dedicated to open that phone and send you to the places that you need to be. They can afford it. That'd be my first suggestion, but nobody's asking me, but I'm going to tell them anyway. Second thing is you've got a person that all they do is make sure that the carts are out of the parking lot, in there, going to be in charged, ready for the next one. That's those jobs. That's all they do. All they do. All they got to do. That's going to make for happy customers. Now, they were so busy that I had picked up my pickup order the day before, and it had the oat milk ice cream, because Amy has to eat non-dairy, and she has to eat whole food, and she has to eat gluten-free because of some of her health conditions. And it's not a fad. She has to. That's just how it is. So it comes out there, and I'll go back to the cart here in a minute, because y'all going to appreciate this one. So anyway, so it comes out, and this little guy that helps me, he is the nicest kid, and he's a Hispanic kid, but his English is fantastic. and he's, you know, and he's out. And so he brings me more, and I'm like, I didn't have that much. I'm like, so just hand it to me. Well, it already told me online this was the last tub of this particular ice cream that we get for a treat. And so I'm like, okay. So I said, just hand it to me, because I keep a cooler in the car, or a cool bag, you know, or a hot bag for whatever, so that, you know, when the sun's hot, you got to have that, because if you're going to make other places, you got to have that going on. So that's what I do. It's the camping in me, it's the traveling in me, it's the Boy Scout in me, it's the player, it's, you know, the athlete. It's all those things that I'm going to be prepared the best way that I know how. So he hands me out ice cream in a thing, and I have a little bit of ice cream for me because I'd eat something different. And then she's got hers, and I look in there, and the whole top's busted. And I'm like, oh, no. And I know it's the last one, so that don't make any difference. So I told the little guy, I said, I want to show you this so that you can see it. And nobody, it was crushed. It wasn't busted like somebody's trying to do something to it. It was busted that, you know, most likely it was okay, but, you know, what am I going to do with it? He can't do nothing with it. They're busy. And so then he hands me the other stuff, and I thanked him. He's a good kid. You know, they won't let you tip them. I try to tip them, but they won't let you tip them. So anyway, that being said, so I told him, I said, it's okay. He said, I'm sorry. I said, it's okay. I said, no worries, you know, because, I mean, he's just trying to, I mean, it's hot. You know, he's a good kid. So then he hands me the bag. Well, I'm going through the bag, and I'm pulling out the stuff that needs to go into the cooler that I have so that it stays cool while I go to the other places that I need to go. And it just in the order I needed to go in, I had to go to 2 different stores. So it didn't matter. You know, it needs to be cool while I'm traveling. Man, I get in, and it's hot, and I roll that window up, and I'm like, oh my God, what is that smell? So I'm doing the first thing. Is that me? I took a shower this morning. Good God, if I'm smelling like that, somebody better take me to the hospital. I'm dying. You know, somebody better get me on in there and check me out, because there's something wrong with Ricky. So I'm like, what in the world? So I'm digging in this Walmart bag, and one of the things I purchased was some wet cat food for little Friskies, wet cat food. Because, you know, if you got a cat, you got to put the right cat food in there. If you don't put the right cat food in there, they won't eat it. They just look at you like, what's the deal? That's not Friskies. That's a new flavor. I don't like that. So anyway, and so also not only had, and I opened that bag and stuck my nose in there, and oh, good God Almighty. Well, of all the cat foods that I had purchased, I'd purchased like 4 cans, and I got like different flavors because I'm a, you know, softy now for my animals. The liver and turkey giblets with extra gravy had gotten crushed, and it popped the lid on the can, and that gravy had run out in the bag. Now, friends, I'm going to tell you, in a hot car with it 100 plus degrees outside, and the window's been rolled down, and the air's trying to catch back up, let me tell you something. Woo! Oh, Lord have mercy. And I thought to myself, well, I ain't going to throw that away, because I'll just take it home and feed it to the cat. You know, going to be frugal. I'll just feed it to the cat, and that'll be that. So long story short, I'll just tell you this. When I got home, the cat wouldn't eat it. He's like, I ain't eating that. Have you smelt that? So if the cat won't eat it, it's bad. So then I leave there, and I go to H-E-B, because I don't have the ice cream, the appropriate ice cream that I need. So I'm going to go in. Well, H-E-B's got a lot of carts, so I'm driving the parking lot. And I look, and somebody pulls out, and there's 2 cars. There's a truck and a car in line, but I can't go down that way. And I could have whipped in there from where I was in the opposite direction and took that parking space, a handicap parking space. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to follow the rules. That's the way we was raised in East Tennessee. We follow the rules for the most part, unless we don't want to. So I had to go down to the next aisle, go down that aisle. It's an in aisle, so I had to go down, go all the way to the end because they're busy, then turn, then come back down, let the other 2 cars pass, and just whip into there so I could get out. I'd forgot my cane for the day, so I was going to have to walk what I could walk. And I'm telling you that I get all the way back around there, and that truck is in that parking place. Now, just like Medea, that was my parking place. I'm kidding. So I thought, well, I followed the rules. Somebody else needed it, got it. Okay. No handicap license plate. Negative. No handicap sticker. Now, I'm getting a little irritated. I pulled up to the turn left because that one was gone. Looked over, and there she was. Marlboro dangling from her lips. Tank top. A woman of significant size. And I can't say nothing because I'm a person of significant size too. Looking at me. Well, she had dropped somebody off and had taken a handicap parking place without the appropriate documentation. And I want to go, citizens rest, citizens rest, citizens rest. But I didn't. I talked to Jesus about it. And he said, get out and whip her. No, I'm just. What?
She might have whipped you.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. I thought about that. I thought Rick said, get out and whip her. Amy said, she might have took you. Yes, she could have. But you know what? I just put that up, Lord. I said, that's all right. It wasn't meant for me to go in there right now. So I made me about 3 more rounds. Come back, and there was a parking place. So I got out and go in. And God had one right there beside the parking place. Got out, got in, went in, started doing my stuff and getting my thank you, sweet doll. Let me turn around here and show Amy this more. No. Well, they think you're as beautiful as I do.
Yeah, I'm sure they would.
So I get in there, and man, it's got a full charge, and I'm going around the store, and I'm doing my thing, and I'm grabbing, and I get almost to the ice cream aisle, which is the end of the things to get the ice cream that from HEB, which is low sugar, and that's all right.
I've got my sleeping clothes on.
Give him a little thrill this morning.
No.
She's not dressed appropriately for viewing, she says. I like it very good. But anyway, get almost to the ice cream aisle, and it starts flashing at me. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It dies right in front of the HEB customer service people that are watching. Brother Jim, look at you. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Good morning. Happy 4th to y'all. We love you all too. And it dies. And I just look over and she goes, that sucks. I'm like, yeah, it does. And she said, well, she said, let me see if I can get somebody to find you another cart. And I said, well, I appreciate it. Because I'm down to, it's not a lithium battery. And the way you know it's not, well, it could be a lithium battery. It was probably a lithium battery because a lithium battery, when it dies, it dies. And that's what it did. But if you turn it off and let it set a little bit, you can get 5 more feet. So here I am. I'm going to get, I forgot to tell that part. To get to her, it was dying on me. So I told him I'd left my cane at home. So I'm easing up, and I finally make it to her, and I looked at her, and I know I looked frustrated as all get out. She said, let me see if I can find you a cart. I'm like, I appreciate that. So I'm sitting there, I'm talking to a couple girls there. It was her and another girl, and they were watching everything, and we were observing the people as they were shopping and fighting over the last pack of hot dog buns. You know how that goes. So anyway, so we were talking, and so after a while, I told her, I said, look, about that time, this little Hispanic guy comes by on a cart, and man, he's making time. It's a brand new charged cart, and she looks at me, and I looked at her, and as he goes by, she gave the signal to push him off. And started laughing. I said, how'd you know what I was thinking? She said, I knew what you was thinking. She said, I'm watching you. Of course, I wouldn't have done that. But anyway, so I told her after a while, I said, here's the deal. I said, I think I can make it around the corner to the ice cream. And then I think I can make it back. If you can get me a cart that I can lean on, we'll transfer all this over, and then I'll do that, and I'll go through the express lane because I don't have much, and I can walk out to the car, which is good for me. And so we got that done, and I got all that done. Needless to say, you know what? at the end of the day, I got it done and everything was good. So I just wanted to share that with you this morning because, so if you work at Walmart, tell them we said, charge your carts, and have somebody answer the dad blame phone because they don't answer the phone. Drives me out of my mind. Okay, if you're open for business, have somebody open, to answer the phone. But I do want to send a shout out, as I said this morning, to John at the Super Walmart on the West End Loop, who hunted that parking lot over in the scorching heat to try to assist me get what I needed. They ought to give him a raise, not to hire 10 more just like him. So I appreciate that this morning. So the Walmart shopping experience. What are y'all eating today? Have you done the cooking, or are you getting ready to do it? It's all about to happen. We're going to do that today. We're going to go with grilled vegetables, and we're going to do different kinds of brats, which is totally no good for you, but we don't care. It's a holiday. And it's going to be some tater salad. And this morning I got us some uncured ham and some hash browns, and we're going to have hash browns and onions and peppers, and we're going to make it like Waffle House does it, or like Corns does it in Panama City Beach, which is, if you ain't ate Corns, I'm just going to have to say they got Walmart beat now. I ain't going to lie. They do. I'm Walmart. Waffle House beat on the heavenly hash, as they call it. Coming up on the next few weeks, we've got the books in from Dave Corey on how to patent something if you've got an idea. Tells you all about that. We've got that coming up. I'm reaching out to guests. Brother Chad says, I got that brisket ready to smoke, and I'm halfway know what I'm doing. Well, I guarantee you, the more you do it, the better to get, my brother. It's all going to be good. And like I said, it's a KFC coleslaw and Clausen pickle slices. Yeah, Mama's about them Clausen pickle slices. You know, ain't nothing like a Clausen pickle. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. I mean, it's and them slices like you put on the sandwich. Going to be good. It's going to be a good day. We got lots of stuff going on. So, all that being said, I do want to send, and I started this morning. I got sidetracked. John Bonebrake. Now, I've never heard that name before. Bonebrake. Mobile technician who was an important part of, and Tony Johnson, we were talking about this week, came out, cleaned my HVAC unit, or my air conditioning unit. I shouldn't say HVAC because it doesn't do heat. My air conditioning unit on top of the roof, did a phenomenal job. Retired Air Force, superb, absolutely superb. Works out here in Odessa, Midland, Alpine, Monahans, all this area where we are here in West Texas. And he done it right. He showed up when he said he would, and called me ahead of time to let me know how his schedule was running, which I appreciated greatly. Hopped up on the roof, pulled it off, cleaned it, discovered something I'm going to tell you about at the top of it. Come back down, showed me what the problem was. It was something I had added an air diversion. They make a kit that's about $100. I did it out of a fourth of a piece of foam that I had left over for nothing, which directs the air. When the air comes into the box, it just is just a box that circles around. There's nothing to force it into the duct lines to send it down into the trailer and force it out. And that's how they do it, because they don't take the time to do it. Jim Sharp, talk to me, brother. Burgers, hot dog, chicken on the smoker, about one, little smoked baked beans. Come on! Potato salad, coleslaw, blackberry cobbler with ice cream. Oh! If I was anywhere near you, brother, I'd be right there. Blackberry cobbler, come on. Amy was talking about cobbler last night. Lord, y'all got that so distracted now. Good golly, son. Brother Jim, Brother Chad, y'all got going on this morning. Yes, sir.
Gives us some ideas.
Boy, blackberry cobbler. I'm working up a sweat just thinking about it. And so what he did is he got up there and he was quick and he took pictures of everything he was doing, because I can't get up there and look, which is smart. And he sent them to me, and I will post those this week on what was done before and after. But what had happened is when I'd put that plinth in there to divert that air directly into the hose, which doubled our air coming out of our vents, there was a half inch in the factory. There was a half inch gap there that hadn't been taped. And so what was happening was the cold air and the hot air was mixing together, and it was forcing the unit to continually cycle, and that's why we couldn't get cool. That's why I had a $280 electric bill, which the part covers 125 of it, Amy. Covers 120 of it, and I pay the rest, which that's fine. We've got that fixed. But so that little gap that's a foot long and about a quarter inch wide cost me an extra $160 for the month. And so he fixed that for me, and we put it all back, and it's unbelievable. And Tony told me, he said, you know, Tony Johnson, HVAC Man Deluxe, retired from Oak Ridge, great friend of the program, and Volkswagen Man Deluxe. Told me, he said, Rick, it'll make a difference. And sir, you were right. He'll be coming on to talk HVAC with us on a future show. So we'll do that. And that's one of the things we find at life on the road. You know, there are things that we see, that we experience, that sometimes it's the little things. And as we learn from other people, you know, and, you know, my neighbor next door, I was telling you about that. He's got one of the nicest travel trailer rigs that I've seen. It's a Salem Hemisphere made by Forest River, who makes ours. It's a phenomenal product. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's a nice product. And he's got everything right. But he told me, he said, Rick, he said, this is our first one. We don't know nothing about it. Absolutely nothing about it. He said, you know, and so he had a bunch of questions for me. Once he found out what I did, he had a bunch of questions for me, and I was happy to answer them. And it's not that I'm some person that knows everything. I don't know everything. Heck, I'm learning every day just from somebody else who knows more about me. But you just get out there and do it. And, you know, that's what I found. You know, if you're thinking about going on the road, if you're thinking about living this lifestyle, and it suits us, it does. And we're going to do it as long as we can. And, you know, it suits us. We meet people, we help people, we see there's so much to see in this fantastic 250-year-old country. And man, if you can see, I mean, I've split the screen. That's my view this morning. Pretty nice. And with the way things are and what it costs to live, pretty nice. So I would encourage it. I want to thank y'all for getting up and spending part of your Independence Day with me this morning. I really appreciate that. As I do every Saturday. Love y'all. It means a lot to me that you share that with us, that time, because your time is as important as anybody's time. And I'm just thankful to come into your home for a little bit and get to visit with you and find out what's going on in your world, and hopefully share. Now, this is a little bit different show because it's a holiday show, but hopefully share some things I've learned along the way, that so if you choose a nomadic lifestyle, we've helped you. If you choose just to do weekend camping, we've helped you. Now, I want to talk about this a little bit before we close it down today. It's a little bit shorter show today because it's holiday, but I always do the show because I'd miss it. I'd miss y'all. I was watching a young man last night on YouTube, and we watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, and we're getting ready to see more things that are going to be happening. Like I've learned how to split the screen, and we're trying out different logos for different things that we're doing. And the next thing is going to be merchandise. We've got hooked up with a merchandising person. For those of y'all up in East Tennessee. We're using somebody in East Tennessee up there that we're working with, thanks to our friend at GFL, so we can get it to you quicker. So we're right now I'm thinking about hats, shirts, coffee mugs, just some of that kind of stuff, just good stuff, stuff that you can utilize. But anyway, this young man, he built, and I've never seen this, and it's new, and I hadn't even had a chance to tell Amy about it yet. Two things I watched yesterday was with this young man who he built, he hunts. And so he built a collapsible tent that's hard-sided out of plywood, and then the roof is he used moving blankets for his insulation and then polystyrene foam, which is like the pink board or blue board, and then he puts a Harbor Freight top on top of it. Tarp, I should say. Tarp is the top. And then he's got his lights in there. He's got his little stove in there. He's got his Blue Eddy power thing. I mean, it's beats the heck out of it. He's got a plywood floor in it. He's got it going on, and it collapses, and he can put it up in about 30 minutes. He's ready to roll. What a neat idea for a hard shelled something to protect you from weather and elements. So I thought that was really cool, and that's one of the things we looked at. The other thing that I wanted to recognize is I watched the videos yesterday on the Blue Angels, the Navy Precision team for flight, and the Thunderbirds. You want to feel some patriotic way today? Just watch that. Then I watched about helicopters, because my dream was to be a helicopter pilot, and had the opportunity, got talked out of it, but shouldn't have done that. But hey, it all happens for a reason. But anyway, and I watched on our Army Aviation, Marine Aviation, helicopter, and of course Air Force and Navy helicopter pilots and Coast Guard pilots. Coast Guard pilots, helicopter pilots, or something else. Take a little time, think back about this wonderful place that we live, and if you can, get out, get amongst them. Hey, do it weekends, do it whenever you can. If you want to choose to do it like we do it, as we get ready to see some more parts of the country, it's a good deal, y'all. You should try it. I want to thank y'all for being part. I want to tell you I love y'all. Amy does too. Thank you so much. We're going to get started. We got to get started on our 4th of July. Y'all have a fantastic one. We'll be back next Saturday live with Life on the Road from Rick's house. God bless you. See the sponsors. Tell them we sent you. They'll take care of you. We love you. We'll see you next time.
Oh, well, it's Rick's house. House.